Hello everyone, welcome to the next episode of SpongeBob Now. Today, I will be talking about a day without tears and summer job. First, I'm going to talk about a day without tears. Enjoy. The episode starts with SpongeBob waking up, excited to start his day. While walking, he stubs his toe and starts crying. Later, while getting dressed, SpongeBob accidentally rips his favorite outfit with a hanger and cries again. While eating breakfast and listening to the radio, SpongeBob hears a sad song, and this makes him cry yet again. Next door, Squidward is becoming annoyed by SpongeBob's crying. At the Krusty Krab, SpongeBob is cooking a Krabby Patty when he is startled by Mr. Krabs, causing the patty to fall on the floor. SpongeBob cries as he throws the patty in the trash, lamenting how it isn't fair. Squidward becomes irritated by SpongeBob's wailing and yells, "Krabby Patty nothing." When SpongeBob tries to explain what happened, refusing to care, SpongeBob begins crying again because Squidward yelled at him, at which point Squidward realizes that his usual anger doesn't solve the problem. Later that day, Squidward decides to take a subtle and less dramatic approach by confronting SpongeBob over how he has cried 43 times today before 2 p.m. SpongeBob is initially doubtful that he has that many tears in his brain, but Squidward proves him wrong by pulling up a TV and playing a video montage he edited, which shows the number of different times SpongeBob has cried over the years over very minor things. In some instances, SpongeBob simply says, boo, hoo, boo-hoo, sob, whimper. After watching thousands of instances of his crying, SpongeBob realizes Squidward is right. He promises to stop, but Squidward rebukes his words and makes a bet with SpongeBob that he couldn't last until midnight without crying. After a call with Patrick over the phone over his opinion of not crying the rest of the day, SpongeBob agrees with Squidward and they set the wager. If SpongeBob cries even one tear before midnight, he has to do various chores for Squidward for a year. If he does not, Squidward has to sleep over at SpongeBob's house for a night. Squidward is bothered by SpongeBob's end of the bet and thinks to himself that SpongeBob could cry any minute now. After the bet is made, Squidward follows SpongeBob home to ensure he does not sleep over with him. He tries to cheat and make SpongeBob cry over things like Gary sleeping, reading a postcard from his parents, a beautiful sunset, sad news stories, a sad song on the clarinet, and a saddening bedtime story. Amazingly, SpongeBob manages to hold in his tears until midnight, despite all of Squidward's best attempts, but suddenly, SpongeBob cries anyway, flooding Bikini Bottom with his tears. With SpongeBob winning the bet over him, Squidward is forced to come over to SpongeBob's house for a sleepover, and the episode ends with Squidward crying hysterically over the loss of his bet and SpongeBob comforting him while watching TV. Next, I'm going to talk about summer job. Enjoy. In the end of the year at Mrs. Puff's boating school, SpongeBob tries to give Mrs. Puff a note. Then, after trying to avoid the note in any way, Mrs. Puff drives away and accidentally wrecks the Krusty Krab's doors when the note was in Mrs. Puff's eyes while trying to escape SpongeBob and his note. To pay off the damage she caused, Mrs. Puff works as a cashier at the Krusty Krab, while Mr. Krabs gives Squidward a summer off vacation. SpongeBob teaches Mrs. Puff what to do, and disguises himself as a customer, Duke Thomas Feathermuffin, ordering food. He asks for beans on toast and Mrs. Puff tries to write the order in a note, but SpongeBob whispers her to tell the Duke they don't serve beans on toast. Mrs. Puff gets annoyed, but then, a real customer comes to the Krusty Krab and Mrs. Puff takes the order. SpongeBob tells her that she's doing good. She tries to give the customer a Krabby Patty, but she trips on a barrel and wrecks the Krusty Krab for a second time. Mrs. Puff and SpongeBob somehow roll the barrel into the ceiling and both fall down on the ground. She runs away and rips SpongeBob's note outside the Krusty Krab with an officer in sight. Mrs. Puff is arrested for littering because of this. She believes that she'll never see SpongeBob for a long time, but she is sent to the prison's driver's ed class. At first, she is pleased to be in an easy class until she sees SpongeBob as the teacher. SpongeBob has taped the note back together and shows her the true message. Dear Mrs. Puff, I am following in your footsteps, and got a job as a driver's ed teacher for the summer. Heart SpongeBob. Mrs. Puff realizes the whole reason why she was sent to jail and tries to escape, but is stopped by the policeman, and she screams in terror as the episode wraps up. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos. Goodbye everyone.